Now, Stormwatch 12 weather on Newswatch 12.
Well, yesterday was the midpoint of the year, and our average high temperature for this time of year is just about 70 degrees. So today we were actually not too far away from that. In fact, it's 65 degrees right now in Medford. That's the high temperature so far. It may come up another degree, but not really anticipating much change. About 50s and 60s east of the Cascades, 61 in Lakeview, 55 in Chemult, low to mid 60s down in Siskiyou County, and 58 right now in Brookings. So we've had widespread rain throughout the morning hours, and once we got into the afternoon, that rain has really started to taper off. In fact, once you just get over the Cascades, that rain, you can see it just kind of breaks up. We had a little bit of some light rain out towards Lakeview, but not a whole lot of activity. And now it's really breaking up even more because the bottom edge of our system is pretty much right over us, and you can see off to the west there's a little bit of some clearing, but there's nothing really organized out there. So the showers are going to continue to kind of fall apart as we go overnight. There's a pretty impressive system way offshore, but this is actually literally aimed Canada, and that's exactly where it's going to go. And high pressure is going to dominate our weather pattern for the next several days. But we need to get past the showers for tonight. And with the moisture in the air and the rain that's already fallen, we're going to see some fog throughout the region. Now, it'll be fairly patchy, but it could be dense in certain locations. So plan on dense fog for your morning commute. But by the time we get towards the late morning, early afternoon, we're going to see a lot of sunshine, hardly any clouds in the sky. So a beautiful day for tomorrow. Also, Wednesday is going to be pretty nice too. We might get some high clouds, but other than that, Wednesday and Thursday, a whole lot of sunshine with the exception of the Oregon coast. You're going to be stuck with the clouds, the low clouds, and the fog. So here's our system that moved through today. That races off towards the east. High pressure really dominates the Pacific Northwest and really just the entire western third of the United States. And we're going to be looking at some dry and warm temperatures, especially on Thursday. Thursday looks to be our warmest day, and show you more about potential for record highs in a bit. But we're going to have a weekend cold front move in just in time for Saturday. It doesn't look like a particularly strong system, but that's going to move in and change our weather pattern entirely. Now, the big story is going to be about 7 to 10 days from now, early next week. So we're looking at a pretty significant system. This particular system, a lot of models are kind of indicating this, and a lot of the other nitty-gritty kind of stuff that we look at. But basically what we're going to be looking at is probably our first snow at pass levels in the Cascades. So we're going to be looking at snow levels, even though this is way out there. If you wanted a benchmark, I would say about 3,000 feet. So if you live at that kind of an elevation, kind of keep that in mind. Start planning ahead in terms of like maybe needing your snow tires, chains, things like that for especially the Cascades. But for our tonight, what we're going to be looking at is temperatures dropping into the 60s. We're going to see plenty of clouds throughout the night, but eventually we'll see some fog in areas. 35 is the forecast though in Lakeview, 37 for Klamath Falls, 51 in Medford. For tomorrow, again, planning on morning fog. Eventually we'll see the sunshine, but temperatures are going to be pretty nice for tomorrow. Looking at 72 in Medford, so warmer, 66 in Brookings, 70 out in Klamath Falls and Mount Shasta City. So here's the record heat I was talking about, the potential for records on Thursday on your right-hand side of the screen. Those are forecast highs for Thursday. The records are on the left. So we could be looking at some, again, potential record high temperatures. Oregon coast, your forecast for the next 7 days. 70s once we get past tomorrow's mid 60s, and it's going to be pretty nice Wednesday and Thursday, but then that rain and much cooler temperatures return for the weekend and into early next week. Northern California will be into the low 80s, potential for a record high on Thursday, and then starting to cool off after that. For the Klamath Basin, morning fog of the next couple of days, and then again, another potential for a record high temperature on Thursday before we start to cool back off. Now for the Cascades, morning fog, afternoon sun for tomorrow. A lot of sunshine into the 70s through Friday, and then your cool off really starts to begin. And here in the Rogue Valley, low 70s for tomorrow, between 80 and 85 degrees Wednesday through Friday, a potential for a record high on Thursday.